Yardley began playing lacrosse when she was 5 years old and loved the game. She spent much of her spare time bouncing lacrosse balls off the garage door and chasing down ground balls. Yardley's dream was to attend the University of Virginia and play Division I lacrosse. She worked diligently to achieve her dream. When she was in 8th grade, her father was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Both of my daughters, Lexi and Yardley, rose to the occasion. They kept up their grades, they remained strong, and they spent many hours pampering their father and taking care of his every need. He died 3 years later, and they both vowed to make him proud, and they did. Yardley was accepted into the University of Virginia and became a member of the women's lacrosse team. She majored in political science and minored in Spanish. She was on the honor roll and joined the Theta sorority. Sophomore year, she studied abroad in Valencia, Spain. In junior year, she took an internship in New York with the designer Tibi. After graduation, Yardley planned to spend a year in New York and then attend law school. Life was as perfect as it gets until Yardley's ex-boyfriend kicked in her door while she was sleeping and killed her. Life as we knew it was over. Something that never could have happened did. My biggest fear when Yardley went off to college was that she may get injured on the lacrosse field, or even worse, be involved in a car accident. Since that terrible morning of May 3rd, 2010, I have thought so many times about what could have been done to prevent this horrific loss. A terrible loss for all of us who loved Yardley, but also a loss for society since she was such a fun-loving, smart, loyal, ambitious, and kind person. Knowing Yardley and her outgoing, confident demeanor and not knowing very much about relationship violence at all, I just could not believe something like this could happen to her. Yards was loved and respected by all who knew her. It's still impossible for me to understand how anyone could have ever hurt her intentionally with his own 2 hands. I've learned so much over the past 4 years. I've learned that relationship violence is much more common than I ever knew. 1 in 3 people are affected by relationship violence, and it affects both boys and girls. Nobody is immune to relationship violence. It happens across all age groups and demographic groups. Shortly after Yardley's death, my daughter Lexi and I, friends and family members, came together to start the One Love Foundation to honor Yardley. One Love's most recent initiative is Be One for Change, and its purpose is to combat relationship violence. Our target age group is 16 to 24 because that's where we felt we could be most effective. We felt that the younger group would carry what they learned into the future and change attitudes coming up behind them. So that group also are the highest group to experience relationship violence. One Love wants to start a discussion and shine a light on this issue, and we hope to encourage young students to talk about this, and if you see someone in an unhealthy situation, seek professional help. Many people who are not abusers or targets of abuse are bystanders to it. Bystanders play a critical role in reducing relationship violence. By becoming informed of the situation and learning how to help a friend in need, bystanders do not need to be present or to witness the abuse. They only need to know that it is happening. Relationship violence is happening every day, everywhere. We are all victims of this to a certain extent. If a sister, child, brother, mother, father, or friend is a victim, it hurts us all. The statistics are staggering. According to a survey conducted by Teenage Research Unlimited with Liz Claiborne Incorporated of teens between age 13 and 18 across suburbs, cities, regions, and all ethnic groups, 1 in 3 teenagers report knowing a friend or peer who has been hit, punched, slapped, kicked, choked, or physically hurt by their partner. Nearly 1 in 5 teenage girls who have been in a relationship said a boyfriend had threatened violence or self-harm if presented with a breakup. This is important because after the initial relationship has started, the target may feel obliged to stay in it for the perpetrator's sake. He may hurt himself, I need to help him, but it's a cycle and it will continue without professional help. Based on over 20 years of research conducted by Johns Hopkins University, One Love has developed a danger assessment app. The app provides potential victims or friends and family with a series of questions to answer. At the end, you receive a score to gauge your danger level. If you have a high score, it provides you with information on how to get help. You determine a PIN number to access the app to protect your identity and make sure the abuser cannot access your information. Currently, the app will give you immediate access to the organization Love is Respect and the National Domestic Hotline. I hope everyone will download this app and share it with their friends and family. We've just developed a new app, and it's called My Plan. The danger assessment app is embedded in the My Plan app, but it's a much more elaborate plan. It not only assesses your danger, but it also helps you develop, it's weighted on how you answer questions, and the whole purpose of that app is to help you be safe, whether you want to stay in a relationship or get out. The most dangerous time is when you're trying to leave a relationship. You're most vulnerable. So, I hope that everyone here today will be our ambassadors and take what you learn and go make the world a better place and a much safer place. I appreciate being here today, and thank you for having me. If anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer.